Hello, welcome back. My name is Keith, and yeah, I'm still here, still on the beautiful island of Tenerife. I'm actually down in Amarillo Gulf, so let me spin you around. Now, as you can see, there's still lots of building work going on in Tenerife. You've got relatively new apartments over there. Now, to give you a sort of location, Amarillo Gulf is, those of you who are new to the channel and those of you who are new to Tenerife, Amarillo Gulf and Golf del Sur are those two little areas of housing with the golf courses in them that you see when you fly into Tenerife. You literally can see them out the window. You'll see several golf courses as you fly into Tenerife. I'll give you a little look here. There's a nice beautiful little pool there. I'll give you the name of this complex now in a second. But yeah, so those of you who are new, my channel is about me moving to Tenerife, myself and my partner retiring to Tenerife in the next couple of years. So this is one of the locations that we're looking at. So although we have a place in Costa Dequi, we can see ourselves more somewhere like this. Costa Dequi is beautiful, but it's a holiday home. It's a real lively, busy location. Fantastic for bars and nightclubs and beaches, and it's absolutely beautiful. I can't fault Costa Dequi, Los Cristianos, Place de las Americas. All of that area is absolutely beautiful and I love it. But when I retire, I want somewhere a little quieter. Now, this is Gemini 5. So this estate, all of these little bungalows here are named after the zodiac. So you've got Gemini, you've got Leo, you've got Libra. So this is Gemini. Some of these do have VV licenses and some of them are privately owned. But now I don't know whether you can hear, you can probably see it there. That's how close you are to the airport. And that's what I mean when I say, when you're looking in this area, whether you're looking to buy in this area or whether you're looking to stay in this area, be aware of that. Some of the places, some of the properties here are literally directly underneath the flight path from wherever you're going to Tenerife South Airport. Now, in saying that, people allege that you don't hear them, and they normally stop around 2 o'clock in the morning. But I wouldn't if I was living here. Absolutely not. And that's why we're down here. We're doing our research, and you have to do your research when you're buying property anywhere in the world. I suppose you have to do your research, and that's what I would recommend anybody who's thinking of living in Tenerife or anywhere for that matter, is do your research. It's not something you do on a whim. It's not something you do and just stop up sticks and go. Although I don't discourage that, because I do know a guy who lives here and did exactly that. Came over and never went back. Lovely chap, still works here. I still meet him regularly. In fact, he flashed into one of my vlogs earlier on the week that I did here, and yeah, he came over here, that chap, and just didn't go home, and has loved it, and he's been here ever since. So as I say, I don't discourage spontaneity. Just go for it if you do feel you need to, but preferably, from my point of view, my personal thing is do your research, have a look, come down to the areas. You know, if something's too good to be true or too cheap, it's probably, there's a reason why, is that you'll be able to tell whether Mick the pilot from Ryanair needs to shave or not. And I've been to see houses that were that close to the plane that there were rubber tire marks on the roof, and that's not a joke. That's not me being overly dramatic. There were literally tire marks on the roof. But this area is very pretty, it's beautiful. I mean, look at it. You can see what I can see. Now, the reason I brought you down here, again, this is Amarillo. There's a little harbour here, and I don't know whether it was the local council, I assume, they built this lovely little walkway. This was kind of rough before this, not where I am now. This is just absolutely beautiful. And again, you're not far. I did this here yesterday, and it took us about 2 hours for round trip. So from San Blas to here, probably about an hour. and then same back again. But I strolled down. I didn't exactly, wasn't in a rush. If you're driving, it's about 8 minutes, if that. It's an 8-minute drive. I suppose if you're on a bike, you do it probably in about 15 minutes or so. But isn't this just beautiful? Very pretty. Now, there are, and this one is actually for sale, which I'm going to have to check out. But what a location and what a view. Now, that's the harbour, Amarillo Golf Harbour. That's the restaurant I'm heading to tomorrow night. And there's a little sort of inlet there. This is just so beautiful. Now, over there are those restaurants and hotels that I was showing you in the previous video. So we've walked all the way around that area and back down to here. As you can see, planes quite close. So if you're booking, as I said before, in this area, ask the hotel, ask the person who you're renting off, are you in the flight path, if it bothers you, because it's too late when you're here. Now this pathway brings us back up but this is just beautiful. So this is Amarillo Golf Harbour. And I know I say this a lot, but when people ask you why do you love Tenerife, this is it. This is the reason why. This is the answer to that question. Why do you love Tenerife? So if you're new to Tenerife and you're new to the channel, please give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. What do you think of it as an island? What do you think of it as a destination? If you're coming, what area are you going to head to? And see if I can give you a heads up or direct you, guide you to a particular hotel in an area, or go and have a look at a hotel for you. I've done that several times and do enjoy doing it for subscribers. So yeah, as I said, I love this place. I fell in love with Tenerife the minute I landed. Literally on the plane, on the taxi from airport to Las Cristianas at the time, the first place I stayed in, H10 Big Sur. Yeah, literally fell in love. It was just, something clicked with me, and I'm sure other people have done similar in different locations or in different islands or different countries. Look, I know people who fall in love with Ireland and never want to go back, and I get that. I love Ireland, absolutely love it. Just don't like the weather. Don't like the weather, and don't like what it's become. It's changed too much. And in fairness, people here, locals here, I'm sure have the same opinion. Actually, no, they don't. And that's something I did actually want to talk about before. People have asked me, what's the attitude towards tourists in Tenerife? Because there is press about it. There's bad press about it. And it's clickbait bad press, to be honest with you, because I've been coming here for 10 years. I'm here now. I'm here for 3 weeks. My partner's here for 4 weeks. This is my 6th time this year. And this is only August. And I can say hand on heart, I have never had a bad experience. Okay, this is Mirador de la Rosa. Actually, de la Rosas. Yeah, I've never had a bad experience in Tenerife. From anybody, local or otherwise. There's something about it that just people just calm down. It's and even now with the if you listen to the media and you believe the hype and that there's hatred for tourism, there's not. There's always going to be little fractions of people who will sprawl something on the floor, on the walls, tourists go home or whatever. But generally speaking, that's kids with attitude. Now there is, don't get me wrong, people are more unhappy with the government than they are with the with tourism in general. what they're saying is the government's not providing housing, and I understand that. And then you've got people coming in buying property, and I understand that. Prices have gone up, rent has gone up because tourism is driving that up. The government needs to step in and do something, but the governments need to step in and do something in every country. It's not just Tenerife. I mean, Ireland is the same. We have a massive housing problem, and we also have a massive immigration problem, which is turning one on the other. Where if the government sorted the housing problem out, there'd be a lot less hassle with regards to the immigration problem. It's kind of two sides of the one coin, and Tenerife is no different. You have, I'm sure, young couples here, like back at home, who can't afford to live in their own country. And whether that's because tourism has driven prices up or because just life has driven prices up, and that's what happens. Places become more populated. The more people that want to live in an area, the more the price is going to go up. There's no question about that. But have I experienced a situation where I felt, I don't know, threatened or uncomfortable or unwelcome for that matter? No, not once. The people in Tenerife are probably one of the friendliest people I've ever met. You're always greeted with a smile. You're always greeted with, polite and manners and respect. And I suppose, when you're here, if you just bear in mind the fact that the people that work here and live here aren't paid wages like we are back home. And if you can, be generous with the tipping, because most of the staff are on reasonably small, they're not on big money, they're on about 50 euros a day in wages. So they do rely on tips. There's no question about that. So if you're asking the question or you see that local tax has been added on it, don't assume that that's a tip. If you're paying €1 for a pint and you normally pay €7 at home for a pint, yeah, bear that in mind and be nice. It doesn't cost us a huge amount, but it makes a big difference to the server who's serving you. And then of course, if you do that, and we as a tourist are more generous with our tipping, and we're also nicer and more polite, maybe learn a bit of Spanish. That's just stunning. Yeah, maybe learn a bit of Spanish and make an effort maybe to fit in a little bit more. Again, it makes all the difference. Like, it's a two-way street, I suppose, any sort of relationship, and our relationship has to be good with this country and any country we visit. So I suppose what I'm saying is, if you're a tourist, no matter where you are in the world, remember that you're a tourist. Remember that you're representing you and your country, and just be nice. Irish people are always renowned for our great crack and arcade mille fáilte. Just be the same wherever we go. Just be nice to people. Okay, so that's it. That's as far as I'm going to go with this. I'm going to finish here because, as I say, I did this walk here yesterday, and I could have sat here, and probably will after I finish this, sit here for a few minutes and just watch. I don't know where to look first, because it's just so beautiful. So this is Amarillo Golf. This is the harbour and the walkway down from there. So if you're down this direction, or you're interested in staying in, say, Golf del Sur, this is on your doorstep. And there's lots of places around here. And if you decide you're going to stay down here, well then, sort of from here to Golf del Sur, it's a half-hour walk. It's an 8-minute taxi drive. It's not that far, and it's a little bit out of the way, but I love it. It's just such a peaceful spot. It really is fabulous. Okay, so that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Again, why do I want to live in Tenerife? This is the answer. Hit the like, subscribe, bell for notification, and I'll talk to you soon. Slán.